Hi, beautiful beings. You know, right before I started recording this, I was like, why don't I say like, soul family? Because we are soul family, right? So I don't know. I might switch that up instead of saying like beautiful beings, it's like soul family because we are. Just a random thought. But so yesterday I recorded a video and I posted that. And I was talking about, the rest periods. How in the recent years, many of you guys had, those rest periods. That was many years. And some of you guys are currently going through that right now. And the message that has been coming in so loud for the past weeks is the time is now. The time is now. It's time to rise. And that has been coming in so much even when I've been meditating. It's the time is now. The time is now. Rise. Rise. So a lot of you guys can literally feel like your soul is just rising above your body. Right? And for those of you guys that made that quantum leap, it's so powerful. I feel like a lot of you guys are trying to make sense of it because, oh, my little one just fell asleep right now. So I was like, let me go ahead and just record. But yeah, like I said, we make the time, right? Motherhood is not stopping me. But anywho, yeah. What was I saying? Okay, he's good. He's good. But yeah, I just lost my train of thought. Okay, yes, there it is. Thank you, Spirit. In this quantum leap, a lot of you guys are still trying to make sense of it. Right? But because it was so sudden. It's like 1 minute, one day, you were feeling so stuck. Remember, but I said in my past video, you weren't stuck. You were resting. Feeling like you were just in a loop, feeling disconnected, feeling like you just lost passion for all the things that you loved to do before. Like feeling like you were mourning the loss of the excitement and the joy that you used to feel back in like 2019, 2020. And so you're like, how, it's just like one day I'm just feeling all this heaviness, and then boom, the next day it's just like, I'm just here. And it's like this whole new reality and everything's just so amazing. And you know that you literally just entered your highest timeline. You can feel it, right? But it's not, this is, like I said before, it's not an isolated thing. It's happening to thousands of people, including myself, right? And it's because it was time. That's literally as simple as that. It was time. It was time. The time is now. It was just meant to happen now. It didn't matter because I'm hearing a lot of you guys say, well, like, when you're so used to having to always do so much work, right? To get yourself into a state of evolution. Like you're having to do a lot of inner work. You're having to actively be doing things that are in like a higher vibration and keep you in a higher state of emotional being, that you're just like, how is it that I was feeling so low and disconnected? And now I'm in my highest timeline. Now I'm literally living the life that I thought probably would take years to be able to get to. And when I say living your dream life, that doesn't mean that everything is perfect or you have everything that it is that you've prayed for or wished for or tried to manifest, but you're in the energy now. You are now in the embodiment of your highest timeline, of your highest self, right? you can feel it. You know that everything that it is that you've been praying and asking for and been wanting is coming in now. You can feel it, you know? And it's as simple as it was just time. It was time. You know, a lot of you guys for so many years, most of your life, you went through so much pain, so much trauma, so many lessons, so many, you know, just getting knocked down over and over again. It's like as soon as you would start to get up, you boom, you get knocked down. You get up, boom, you get knocked down. So it's like a lot of you guys got used to that, of getting up and then getting knocked down. But you know that this energy is different. You know that. You can feel it. And if you're having doubts, this is your confirmation. This is the message. Like, everything that you went through, all that heaviness, all that healing, all those lessons were meant to happen because you were carrying a lot of heaviness that needed to be released to allow you to step into this higher timeline, right? So everything from here on going forward, it's not going to be like what you went through. So don't get in your head and don't get worried like, oh, is this just going to repeat itself again, where I'm feeling all great and, you know, I feel like I'm okay, finally tapped in with myself again. It's just going to come crashing down again. No. And of course, life is not perfect. It's not perfect, you know, because Earth is a school and we came here to learn. We came here to evolve. So yes, you're going to still experience things that, you know, might be frustrating or might kind of, you might have to kind of ground yourself with and, you know, but it's not going to be in the extent of the same experiences in which you experienced in the years prior, because you already mastered that. That has been coming in so freaking loud today that I kid you not, like, I had to get this video in as soon as I could because I needed to sit down and make this video. I needed to sit down and make this video. So you already mastered that. You already mastered the hard lessons. You already did that. Is it 3:34? Hold on. No, it's not, right? I think my phone's still operating. 1 second. No, I'm good. I'm good. My other kids are gonna be like getting off school soon, so I'm just like, hold on, wait. I need to change the time on my car. That way I'm not freaking out like I just did right now. Like, wait. I'm good. And I also have a timer on my phone. See, that's what I'm saying. Mom life. But anywho, like I was saying, you already mastered that, right? You already mastered that. A lot of you guys, you know, in the past were settling for less than what your soul wanted, what it needed to thrive, right? A lot of you guys were settling, you know, with friendships, family members, relationships that were not in alignment with your higher self. They were not in alignment with what you really wanted. But you settled because you're the type of person that just sees the potential in everyone and everything. And you let that potential blind you. You let that potential drain you. And you held on to a lot of these things, people, you know, people, places, even patterns, because of the hope that it would get better. Even though in your inner knowing, in your soul, you knew that it wasn't. And you knew that it wasn't meant for you. And that's not to say that it, you know, it was a mistake. I don't believe in that. You needed to have these experiences to learn, right? To then step into your power like you are now and know what you will tolerate and what you will not. You needed to go through that to know that you are never going to settle ever again. Because you're so tapped into your self-worth now. And you know that settling didn't get you into the timeline that you needed. You are not going to be living your dream life by settling. You had to let it go. But obviously, you had to go through those lessons and experiences first for it to kind of click, Because like I said, a lot of you guys already knew that, but you were still holding on. Because you guys have such a big heart that you wanted to bring these people with you in the path of evolution. But a lot of you guys thought like, well, if I just help them, if I just guide them, hopefully they'll get there and it'll get better. And it didn't. And that was part of the control, because whether you were conscious of it or not, you were trying to control the situation. It's in a sense, if somebody doesn't want to grow and evolve, they're simply not. And these people were in resistance. They didn't want to, because let's be real, doing the inner work, doing that shadow work, it's not fucking easy. It's not fucking rainbows and sunshines. It is hard. It is painful to really sit there and call yourself out on shit, and to really sit there and heal through shit that you've buried so deeply, confirmation, within you. That's not easy. But that's all you've known, because you've always been in the path of evolution. Okay, you're the kind of person that is always working on yourself, because you know in your soul being that you came here for something so great, and you know that this was part of your soul purpose, was to work through all of that, clear all of that. No matter how painful, no matter how hard it was, you knew that you had to do that. But a lot of these people didn't want to. It was too painful for them. They didn't want to face themselves. They wanted to keep living a life of distraction. Because even though they were not truly happy with the way that they were living their life, that was easier for them than doing the work to live the life that they actually want to live. And to you, that like really fucking that would frustrate you, because you're like, why would you want to be stuck? Right? Stuck. Like, why would you want to keep repeating the same patterns? Why would you want to live in your lowest potential? Why do you want to do that? Like, don't you want to live this life of just beauty and have everything that you want and be happy? Why do you want to keep suffering? Whew. And I think that's why so many of you guys kept holding on to these people, because you were hoping that at some point it would click for them. But what you actually were doing was, in a sense, controlling it. And when you are trying to force something to happen, there's going to be a resistance, right? Because it's not in a flow state. These people could have honestly gotten pissed off with you, or actually done terrible shit, because that was their soul trying, like, resisting. Like, they were trying to resist. Like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? And you pouring so much into these people that didn't want to work on themselves, you were draining yourself of your own energy. And that weighed you down. That in a sense, clouded you. You got caught up in their own storm. It also was a distraction because instead of you focusing on yourself, you were putting all your focus and energy into these people, these things, these thoughts, whatever it was for you. But what's really coming in is a romantic relationship, okay? That's what I'm really picking up on, okay? A lot of you guys were in a romantic relationship that was, you were literally, and I've talked about this in another video, where you literally were like the movie together, like became one person type shit. It's like you couldn't operate without the person. You couldn't function without the person. You couldn't even picture your life without them, even though you knew that you were, in a sense, holding yourself back by continuing to dance with their energy. Your soul knew that you needed to let it go, right? And like I said in the previous video, a lot of you guys have already let go of that person physically. And if you have not, that person could still be physically in your energy, but you have disconnected yourself and, you know, energetically. Like you're finally done with it. This new version of yourself is not tolerating bullshit, is not tolerating breadcrumbs, is not tolerating potential. You have finally reached a state of your own being in which you are only accepting what is in your own vibration. You are only accepting of energy that is inspiring you. Because you have always been the kind of person that has always inspired other people, helped other people. And those times I'm hearing in which you were like feeling like, I'm always pouring into other people. How come I'm always elevating other people? When does someone elevate me? When does someone, you know, speak wisdom into me? When does someone help me? How I help others? Now, because you chose to. Because you went through all those lessons into which you are no longer neglecting yourself. So now that you are in this new vibration, you are now allowing yourself to connect with others whom are also on your same vibration. Whereas in the past, you were allowing yourself to connect with others whom were not. Because you were trying to save them, help them, elevate them. Back then, you were drowning yourself, trying to save other people from their own drowning when they didn't even want to help themselves. A lot of people like to live in misery because that's where they feel like they get more attention. And this all stems to childhood trauma. You know, a lot of it is childhood trauma, you know what I'm saying? But that's for these people to work out within themselves. But you were trying to be like Bob the Builder. That's what I was hearing. I heard that. I don't know if it was today or yesterday. It could have been yesterday, but it was coming in so loudly this weekend. It was like, in the past, you were like Bob the Builder, always trying to build up your romantic partners, always trying to build up family members or friendships, whatever. You're not Bob the Builder no more. Put the damn hammer down. You are no longer allowing people to come in which you have to fix them or some shit. You're not. It's like, if you are not in the, you know, vibration in which I feel complements my vibration, then I'm good on you. Like, it's all love, but you're no longer tolerating bullshit. Like, once again, you're no longer tolerating bullshit. Like, you're a whole new fucking person now. And that's what I'm saying. Everything that you went through, you had to go through to get you to this point. To get you to step into your highest power. You see what I'm saying? And you've known that. Like, you've always known that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm feeling like a lot of you guys are having that realization. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, but I'm picking up on the energy of you guys are just at peace with it. Like in the past, when you would try to let go of these people that should not have been in your life, you still kept either allowing them in or you reaching back into their energy. But that's done with. I'm telling you, when you guys quantum leaped, that's done with. But you guys were already making that decision even beforehand. But it's like finalized. It's like once you quantum leaped, you finalize that shit. You close the door. It's like no more. And what I'm picking up on as well is this is going, it's in a sense catching these people by surprise, because they got so used to having access to you. And what I'm hearing is a lot of these people literally depended on you emotionally to even function within themselves. In a sense, they were using your energy to feel better about themselves. That's why whenever you were in a disconnection or in not physically, present with these people, their whole fucking life would be fucking crashing down, burning, and they would be doing terribly because they depended on your energy to feel better. But it wasn't real. You see what I'm saying? So these people are also learning their lesson in which they need to tune into themselves and become comfortable and dependent on within their own energy and not anyone else. That's a lesson that you had to learn too, is to not be codependent, to be comfortable within your own energy and not need anything or anyone. That's another big one that came in. That's another big thing that you guys have finally mastered, is not being codependent. Is you are fully just comfortable within your own energy and you don't need anything or anyone to feel happy or fulfilled or at peace. And that is beautiful. And now those people are being called to do the same. Now, whether they do the work or not, that's entirely up to them. And honestly, that's none of your business anyways, right? Because you already closed that door. So it's like, yes, wish them love if you want to. But in the end of the day, you understand that everyone has to make that decision for themselves. You can't force anyone to. You did it because you chose to. You did it because you wanted to. You did it because you saw your dream life and you knew that you could have it. Even in your darkest times, even in your darkest moments, you knew that you will have it. And you were not going to settle for any less. Even though at times you did feel like stuck in the loop. You always in your soul knew that you were destined for greatness. And everyone knows that as well, but some people just choose not to do the inner work, and that is on them. And that is a big, big, huge lesson that you had to learn, was that you cannot focus too much on trying to save others. Don't burn yourself in their fire, because in you trying to put out their fire, you literally are just slowly killing yourself, because here you were helping put out their fire little by little, but what did they do? What did they continuously do? They reached over, grabbed some fucking gasoline, started pouring it all over themselves, grabbing a fucking match, and boom, igniting themselves in the fire again. And then you would be standing there like, what the fuck? Like, I just pulled you out of this shit. We were getting somewhere. We were making progress here. You were doing better. And then you just fucking burned yourself again? What the fuck? Yes. But that's what I'm saying. You consumed so much of your own energy trying to save people. And you are now in the realization and only in that energy of, I'm only going to help those that actually want to help themselves. I am no longer going to be depleting myself from my beautiful life force energy, right? just to be used by people as a false sense of, you know, peace and security. Because a lot of people in the past were also using you just for your energy. And you have now learned to be very mindful of that, right? To not associate with people or places or things or habits that are draining your energy, that are clouding your energy, that are disrupting your energy. You are very fucking intentional and clear on that shit. That you are not going to be around people, places, or things or habits that are not serving your highest good. That are not truly making you feel good at a soul level. Because you've been there, done that. You've already learned those lessons. Right? So that was a message today, is rise. The time is now to rise. If you are still holding on to certain things that you know you need to let go of, keep doing it, baby. Keep doing it. Keep letting that shit go. You're doing fucking amazing. Look how fucking far you've came. It's like a fucking dream, isn't it? It's your dream. So allow yourself to just soak it all in, but remind yourself of how far you've came, and you're not going to go back to that shit. And you will not, because you already closed the door. Okay? Now is the time where the universe literally gifts you and just welcomes you with so much love, abundance, and happiness. Because, honey, you did the work. Like, your team, your spirit team is so fucking proud of you. You got yourself through shit that most people have no fucking idea about. You fucking went through battles that no one has any fucking idea about. And by the way, yes, I'm allowed to cuss because my youngest is asleep. Okay. I don't know why I just said that right now. I feel like maybe someone watching this video was like, is she seriously just cussing right now? And they're like, her toddler is asleep. Like, listen, yes, okay, yes, okay, because I'm channeling hard as fuck right now. And whatever comes in because it's the energy is so powerful. It's so intense. And spirit really wants you to know this. Okay? And I also feel like cussing is a form of expression. Okay, that's just me. That's just me. I just feel like it's a form of expression. Okay, like, anywho, you went through shit that no one has no idea about, because you're the kind of person that literally is so intellectual. You were so fucking, you have such an awareness that you went through shit on your own without any help. You're the kind of person that you go through shit alone, and you're not the kind of person that's over here calling everyone up like, hey, I need help, or hey, like, just to vent. Like, you're not that kind of person. You're the kind of person that literally fucking went through the storm fucking alone. You had to navigate yourself. You know what I'm saying? And it was just you in spirit. It was just you in spirit. You know? Because you're also mindful of the fact of, like, you didn't want to, like, step out when you were not feeling your best or going through shit, because you didn't want to bring that energy around other people. Right? That just goes to show you how beautiful your heart is. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you guys went through so much fucking shit. So allow yourself to fully fucking embrace this beautiful new energy that you're in, because you deserve it. You deserve it. You know? Allow everything to come in. You did so much for so many fucking people. Now is the time that you receive your rewards. That you receive your trophy. the hardest of the hardest is already over. Like, that's what I'm hearing. It's done. It's over with. You are now living in a completely different timeline. You literally are a completely different person. People are going to have to meet you. A lot of people are not going to understand it. And that's okay. But you are literally being aligned with your soul family. You are now being aligned with the places that you are meant to be in. You are being aligned, you know, for those of you that feel like there's a romantic other soul out there that's for them, they're coming in. They're coming in. And a lot of you guys in the past might have, you know, dated people whom you thought like, okay, this is the person I'm going to marry. This is the person. This is it. And you were disappointed so many times, and when you realize like, okay, this person wasn't it, that a lot of you guys like closed your heart. I'm hearing in the recent years, you guys closed your heart. Like, you just got so fed up with being disappointed, with wasting your time, with being hurt over and over and over again, with pouring and pouring and pouring into other people and not receiving the same in return, with basically having to explain yourself is what I'm hearing. Like, I feel like a lot of you guys are exhausted. Like, you were exhausted with having to like try to, oh my God, there's a deer. Ah. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. Y'all, literally when I parked right here, first of all, I just let spirit guide me. I let my soul guide me to wherever it is that I'm meant to go to. And today I decided to park here, which I usually don't. But I was like, I'm meant to park here because I'm going to see a deer. I want to see a deer. And boom, here's a freaking deer. Oh my goodness. I love, also when I was on my bike ride with my youngest, there was a baby deer and it was so cute, but he screamed at it and it got scared and it ran away. But toddler things. Okay. What was I saying? What was I saying? Yes, so a lot of you guys in the past, you know, like you got so exhausted with trying to just explain who you are, and like I'm hearing like you got exhausted with trying to show people how fucking beautiful and like how amazing you are. Like, do you know who I am? That's what I'm hearing. Like, do you know who I am? It's like they weren't seeing your full essence. And a lot of you guys closed your heart and you were just like, I'm done. Like, I'm done with relationships. Like, I'm fucking done. Like, you're just like, I'm done. I'm good with all that. I'm done. But with this quantum leap that happened and you stepping into your new self, your new life, your heart literally exploded, right? But it's like a beautiful explosion of light. And all of a sudden your heart's like beating again, you know? And now you're feeling this excitement again. If you're like, you know what? Because a lot of you guys are feeling that. Like, your heart is alive again. For a long time, a lot of you guys, your heart was like, oh, this actually, like, I'm seeing this vision and it actually makes me want to cry. Like, you guys went through so much fucking shit. You were hurt so fucking much. I was like seeing this image of like someone, like, in a sense holding their heart, and like their heart was just like cut up, just severely damaged. And I don't mean damaged, but like it just had like so many cuts and like little sticks just poked at it, you know? It was just like it's been through a lot. And I'm seeing someone holding it and they're like so fucking sad. I'm hearing as well that, like, whoever this message is for is like, your heart is so fucking big and you've always operated from your heart space instead of following the logic, the intuition. And you're just like, how could something that I love so much hurt me so much? Meaning your heart. Like, how could this heart that I love so much and I operate from so much hurt me so much? But those times are done. I'm telling you, for whoever this message is for, those times of you settling with people who didn't see you, who didn't freaking value you, who fucking hurt you. And I'm not saying that you're a perfect person either. You know what I'm saying? Like, you also have taken the accountability and knowing that you also had your wrongdoings. You know, you also had your flaws, but you worked through that shit. But I'm telling you, no one ever saw your fucking soul. And contrary, a lot of people try to dim your soul. They didn't fucking, they saw the essence that you had. A lot of people were fucking jealous of that. Even romantic partners is what I'm hearing. You guys even have romantic partners that try to put you in a fucking box because they didn't like how vibrant and just how fucking full of light you were and just how much like people just gravitated towards you. And you're a free spirit, you're a free soul, and they try to fucking contain you out of their own feelings of insecurity, control, fucking low self-esteem. They try to fucking box you up. Okay, there's people that are fucking pissed, that feel some type of way right now that you fucking broke free from their grip. There you go. Thank you, Spirit. Their grip. A lot of people literally used your energy to make themselves feel better. And that's something that you literally have realized. And if you haven't realized that yet, here's your message. A lot of people, but you know, if you were already kind of going back and forth in your head, yes. For whomever you're thinking about, a lot of these people literally just used your energy to feel better about themselves. It wasn't even so much that they truly fucking valued you or loved you and, you know, and respected you. They just liked the way that your energy made them feel. Because they didn't like their own energy. But I'm telling you, someone is coming in that sees you at a soul level. And honey, you can feel it. If you can feel it, this message is for you. You can feel it. For some of you guys, you have already met this person, but since you are now standing in your fucking power and you're like, I'm not going to just let anybody fucking in. And quite frankly, I'm hearing you guys are not, that's not even like at your forefront of your mind. It's like you're so focused on yourself now. You're literally just bathing in the essence of whom you are now, that being in a relationship or having a relationship again or whatever it is, it's like whatever. Because you no longer need something or someone outside of yourself to make yourself feel whole. You are now that. But I'm hearing like, well, if it happens, it happens. But you're just like, I'm not fucking around anymore. Like, it's like, this person has to really be it, or I'm not entertaining shit. That's what I'm hearing. You're not entertaining shit anymore. You're not dating for potential. You're not allowing people in, even if it's just friendships or family members, just for potential to see if they do grow. Like, you're no. It's either you're there or you're not. And if you're not, see you later. So even if there's some people mad or that may be calling you selfish or are trying to dim you down or bring you back into their grip, don't allow them. Because a lot of you guys could be dealing with someone, right? Or some people that are trying to pull you back into that lower energy. But honey, you don't exist there anymore. Okay, so be mindful of that. Because I'm hearing that a lot of you guys could be experiencing triggers where these people can be triggering you. And a lot of times it's not consciously, but they're doing it. A lot of times they're doing it in a subconscious way because they know that they're losing fucking the grip of you. They know that you literally are leaving them behind and they're so desperately trying to cling on to you, and since they're operating at a lower vibration than you, the way in which it's showing up is through pissing you off, or saying some fucking shit to piss you off, or saying something to hurt your feelings or make you feel guilty about this new person that you are now, this new energy, right? Don't entertain it. Just be mindful of that, and don't allow yourself to fall back into that. That's it. Because you worked so hard and you did so much fucking inner work to get to this point, honey. Nobody knows but you. You're not going back to that. The time is now. Rise. The time is now to rise. What? Oh, that's funny. There's a car that stopped too. Also looking at the deers. But yeah, guys. That was a huge message that was like coming in. I'm like, I need to get this in. So I believe that's it for now, for this video. Yeah, guys, I'm telling you, your life will never be the same, but in the most beautiful way. In the most beautiful way, your life will never be the same. You have finally tapped into the person that you've always dreamed of being, because you did the work. You did it, and you deserve it. You are literally the universe is literally going to give you everything that it is that you need and you've always wanted, because you did it, because you did the work. It's time for you to be poured into, honey. It's time for you to be seen. It's time for you to be appreciated, to be valued, to be respected. Because now you value, respect, and love yourself. And since you are now in that energy, that's all going to reflect back to you, because you created that. So don't be, hard on yourself for everything that you went through. And, I'm hearing some of you guys might be like, oh, I wish I never, dated this person, or I wish I never, did this for this person, or I wish I never wasted this time or did this. I should have listened, because I'm hearing that a lot of you guys are like, my intuition was always telling me, but I wasn't fucking listening. It is fine, honey. Everything happened the way that it was meant to. Everything happened the way that it was meant to. You wouldn't be who you are right now if you didn't go through all of that. So my alarm went off. But what I was saying was, do not be hard on yourself. Okay? Everything happened the way that it was meant to. But now is the time for you to be in this energy and embrace the beauty of this energy. You already closed that door. That old self is gone. Everyone else that was in that past version of you that is not in alignment with who you are now, it's gone. Let it be. The places, the things, the habits, the thoughts, let it be. Let it be gone. Because I'm telling you, what's coming in is so much more better than that in which is left behind. And I say that with so much love, because that doesn't mean that you're just like, oh, fuck these people, right? Fuck them. No. And that's not it at all. They have to go through their own journey, their own path, but ultimately they made the decisions that they made, right? You cannot force, what's that saying? You can force a horse to water, but you can't force it to drink it. Something like that. That's the same thing. You try to help these people. You try to bring them with you in your path of evolution, but they didn't want to. And you have to respect that they made that choice for themselves. Okay? You did it out of the purity of your heart. But you learned your own lessons in that, and to not abandon yourself trying to help others and trying to love others. right? You have now learned that love doesn't hurt. You have now learned that you are not going to tolerate disrespect or breadcrumbs. You have now learned that you are not going to say yes or be at places you don't want to be in simply because you're putting someone else's emotions over yours. No, you are now sitting in the energy of, I'm doing what feels best for me. And if you don't perceive that in a good way, or if you think I'm doing this for whatever freaking reason, or if you view that in a negative way, then that's on you. That has nothing to do with me. Right? So I freaking love that. I seriously fucking love that. I'm telling you, you guys, you're gonna, oh my gosh, your life is literally changed in the most beautiful fucking way. A lot of you guys have something that you have literally been calling in or manifesting. I still gotta make a video on that. But like something that you've been aligning, or something that you've been praying for, you know, something that you've been energetically calling in. It's coming. Something huge that's going to change your fucking life. It's coming. And you can feel it. And it's only going to continue to get better and better and better. You guys, you did it. Like, oh my gosh. A lot of you guys are going to be moving. A lot of you guys are going to literally meet someone, a romantic partner that's literally, it's like I'm hearing like when you envision like your dream partner, like this is literally who you're going to meet. Because you are now in alignment with it. Right? Because I'm hearing that a lot of you guys in the past are trying to call in your divine partner, but you were operating from a place that was like a lower vibration, and you were not in like your highest, best self. You, at that time, were still having to learn a lot of shit and heal through a lot of shit and hold yourself accountable for a lot of shit. So it's like, of course, you know, you weren't going to align with your dream partner back then because you were not your highest self, right? But now you are. That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been saying in these past couple of videos, that energy is coming in so strong even before I made the first video. That was like literally like one of the first things, one of the many first things that was coming in so strongly was there's a divine partner that's coming in. Like the person, when you envisioned like your life partner, like this is them. They're coming in. And it's funny because it's like, back then you were trying to manifest this person from a place of kind of desperation and lack. But now that you are not even really thinking about that, and you're not necessarily like, and you're not in that same energy before where you were like, I need someone. Like you're just like focused on yourself. Now they're coming in and you're just like, what the? Oh, wonderful, right? Isn't that freaking amazing how the universe works? So, but you guys deserve it. But you had to quantum leap. Because had you met, which I don't even know, maybe some of you guys I'm hearing have met this person, but it didn't align because it was not on the foundation in which it needed to be on, but now it is. So now this relationship could actually blossom and grow and be what it's meant to be, where it's not based in, you know, control, insecurity, pain, distrust, deceit. Like it's literally going to be founded in two people in their own souls being themselves, but also like dancing with each other's energy, but not like this. Not like this, you know, like not like losing themselves is what I'm hearing. You guys are now in alignment and money is literally going to be flowing in. You're going to be good. I'm telling you, because you guys are literally in your highest timeline. Everything's going to work out exactly the way it needs to, but you're flowing with it now. And so now all that abundance is just going to be flowing to you so effortlessly because you are in that energy. I love you guys. But I'm going to end this video because I got to get my kiddos. But I'll talk to you guys soon.